All right, what is up, guys? Today I have got a bit of a late start because I've been working on things all day. We're also going to do something new. Now, as I said in one of the previous videos, I don't remember if it was the previous video. I'm really focusing on leveling up my content in every way possible this year. So, we're not making the coffee live anymore. I will tell you what I'm drinking. I will show you the bag and read the bag or box or tin or whatever the fuck it comes in. There goes the monetization that doesn't exist if this video, if my channel ever gets monetized. But, uh, this is the random chaos coffee. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it chaos coffee from now on. I'm trademarking that. I don't know if that name already exists, but if it doesn't, it's mine. And if you steal it, I'm going to point back to the fact that I said it first in 2 videos in a row. Still haven't had time to run to the grocery store yet, and I don't think that's happening tonight because it's about to close. So we're just rocking some milk in it. But what I am going to do, I probably shouldn't do this because then I won't have it for tea in the morning. So I'm going to put some sugar in the coffee. Normally, with the new videos, or the slightly adjusted format, I'm gonna more go right into it. I'll probably, unless I'm tasting a new flavor, where I'll just start black and then decide if I want to add stuff afterwards. But unless I am tasting a new coffee flavor from now on, I'll probably put the cream and sugar in beforehand as well. And then we'll just get right to it. My first goal is to bring these videos down below 10 minutes, And it would really help if I didn't spend 10 minutes just waiting for the coffee to brew. So eventually, I'd like to get them down to 3 to 5, but we're already at 3 minutes. Also, the topic of this video is the video itself, I guess. This is a coffee inception video. Cheers. Oh yeah. Dude, that's even better with the sugar. I should have put sugar in it yesterday. I sounded like Tim Allen from the I don't know how to do that on purpose. Like the gravelly throat thing. Anyways, like I can do different types of vocal dry fry, but not that one specifically. I've had the door open for a minute to the back porch because it is still kind of chilly out, but I wanted to sit out here with you guys today. I miss eating breakfast on the porch. I can't wait till it's warm enough to do that again. The point of this video is, though, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. There is always a way to make it work, but it's almost always going to require a whole hell of a lot of work, and it's almost always going to require more work than you anticipated. There's always hurdles that appear out of nowhere. Also, it's usually going to require some level of compromise. Now, I don't necessarily mean compromising on your morals or anything like that. There's a poster I talked about in one of the previous videos. I don't remember exactly what it was called, what it says, but it used to be up in my college dorm room. There was a guy that came, sold a bunch of posters, and I bought like too many. I bought Johnny Cash, Nirvana, one that was like this trippy, like space dripping into heaven, dripping into earth poster. But The one that left the greatest impact, I think, was this one had a big picturesque scene of like a temperate forest with a pristine lake in the middle of it, and this guy just floated on it in a canoe, and mountains with white caps behind him, and it said integrity in matters of style, go with the flow. In matters of principle, stand with the rock, or something like that. So, what do I mean compromise? Well, I made my first 6-7 joke the other day. That's all right. You can judge me in the comments. But it's one of those things where I still report people for spamming it in the Q&A chat in Warframe. That's the only thing that actually annoys me about it ever, is that there'll be times when people are asking for help in the Q&A chat and they can't get answers because it's a bunch of bots spamming 6-7. Are they actual bots? But no, they're probably human bots. But that's even worse, you know? Like, so I'm doing my best to make videos which are more consumable to the short attention span kids of today's modern era. But you need to understand that's just not me. It is wholly antithetical to who I am. I generally don't watch videos under 10 minutes, right? If I'm scrolling through YouTube, it's got to be like 10 minutes or more for me to click on it generally. That shorts section that pops off, I just delete it every time it pops up until it stops showing up. My favorite videos to watch are like 1 or 2 hour deep dives where like Wendigoon is going into some cryptid or Oompaville is going into some insane conspiracy theory or something like that. I will just throw that on in the background when I'm like gaming Warframe. I also love Diary of a CEO. That is my favorite podcast of all time. Specifically, it's my laundry folding podcast. And I have a lot of laundry to fold right now because Charlie fucking pissed in my closet the other night. Anyways, I'm also going to be more careful about hitting those hard limits, you know? In the past, I was like, you know what? I still have more to say. I'm going to keep going until I get everything out I have to say. But also, I feel like I've dealt with most of those demons at this point. In particular, I kind of slept in a little bit today, but also didn't because it was another insomnia night. But I kept waking up. But when I did, I felt a lot of stress leave my body each time. I don't know why, but last night, for whatever reason, was just a really transformative night for me. I still have some demons in the same places, but holy shit, I felt a lot of them leave over the course of the night. And I hope none of you are encountering them right now because they got to go somewhere, right? But my whole point is there's always a way. I am hugely thankful today because I woke up and I was preparing to have to like drive and go out and fill some government paperwork out that was going to be like a huge hurdle probably, and it would have been short term. It would have taken like less than an hour, probably 10 to 30 minutes depending on how far away it was. I'm not still familiar with the area yet. I had directions and how to get to the building, but I've never been there before. And then it was going to cause like a whole series of issues over the long term, probably that was going to end up reducing in the amount of time that I was going to be able to sit here and create content for you guys. Not even sit here because just like I don't spend as much time sitting here. And as we make these videos shorter, I'm going to spend even less time. And yes, I see the timestamp. So I'm just wrapping up this thought and then we're done. Um, the idea though is I got a call like while I was drinking my first thing of coffee. I just had sweatpants on, hadn't even put a shirt on yet. And it was from the people that I had to go sign the papers for. And they were like, hey, we found a solution, but it's gonna be a lot more work on your end. I was like, that's fine. I'm willing to do the work. In fact, I want to do the work rather than waste my time doing this other stuff. So there's always a way, and I especially believe that if there is no way forward, then it means you're moving in the wrong direction. There's two things I believe wholeheartedly. One is that God will always provide, not what you want, but definitely what you need. And God will always show you the way forward. Whatever God means to you, that's what I'm saying right now. Like that word gets twisted into different falsehoods in people's mind. I'm not talking about any kind of specific religious God necessarily. I am talking about the source, the unity of all things. I don't believe we're really individuals. Time and space to me is just an illusion. And I believe that if we all seek and reach deep inside of our hearts, we are all intimately connected to one another. The problem is, some of us want to corrupt and spoil that connection. So, unfortunately, you need to cut out those bad actors the same way you would cut out a cancer. And that's why anything is possible, though. When people say through God all things are possible, they don't mean Jesus is going to descend from a spaceship and give you a Maserati. They mean if you learn to work through your connection with other people that I call source or God, that connection, then you can manifest not through like some weird TikTok, oh, just rub these crystals together and you'll manifest your dreams manifestation. Through you can manifest through hard work and planning the things that you want to see in your life in addition to the things you need in your life. So that's where we're going to wrap it up today. I went a little over the 10-minute limit, but we're under 15 minutes. So it's literally 1/4 of the length of my previous video. We're going to finish with the new outro. Delete Windows 11, de-Google yourself. I love all of you, and God bless America. Peace.